sun. E7. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. Oh God, I know I'm one. Okay? What a mournful song. This is also, if you notice, this is also your first song that you've done that starts in an A or a minor chord. Okay? It's a minor chord. And if you notice, you're using a lot of chords with the A minor. Here's a C. Okay? And then F. Those two chords are found also in the key of C and also in the key of F. Okay? But A minor is the relative minor to C. So that's why this song moves the way it does in that progression. Okay? All right, any questions? E7 is something that might be a little new for folks, huh? I think so. E7. And E7 sounds really good, resolving back to its A minor. Because the E7 is the 5 in the key of A, if you were playing in the major chord. Okay? All right, any questions about that? So I think that's going to give you a lot of time and lots of practice material. Okay? Same beat, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And other songs that you might look up, We Are the Champions by Queen. We are the champions, my friend. Yeah? Okay, so I couldn't find the lyric for it. I was looking around, but I would have to transpose too much stuff. So, but you can, if you can find We Are the Champions, that's one. I think another one that I found was, oh, Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Yeah. That's another really good one. And that's really easy to play because I think that might have only 2, maybe 3 chords. Yeah. And it is a lumbering song, so it's something that is easy to play. All right. So as I had said earlier in the workshop, my parting gift for this particular session was going to be this ukulele cheat sheet. You got the segments C, F, and G, right? But I added also D and A because these are common chords that we play today. What I don't have here are B, B flat, and E. Okay, nothing worse than a song that starts in B flat, okay, or B. They can be really painful sometimes, okay? So that's it here. So what I want you to be able to hear as you are playing these through these chord progressions is that the intervals of, or the degrees of these, the root of these chords, they're all equal. It's the same distance, okay, between the notes of these chords. So I'm going to demonstrate this to you. I'm going to play through these chord progressions, just going up the scale, not down, but just going up the scale, so that you hear that they are exactly the same distances between these chords as they're progressing upward. The only difference is the pitch. That's all that's different, all right? So let's start with C. 3, 4, D minor, E minor, F, G7, A minor, that one more time. C, D minor, E minor, F, G7, A minor. All right? So let's go to F now. F, G minor, A minor, B flat, C7, D minor. Start again. F, G minor, A minor, B flat, C7, D minor. All right, so here's G. G, A minor, B minor, C, D7, E minor. One more time. G, A minor, A, B minor, C, D7, E minor. 3, 4. All right? We're doing exactly the same thing, just change in pitch. All right, so now I'm going to demonstrate to you C and D, all right? Because they are the closest, aren't they? All right, if we start from C. The closest key above C is going to be D. It's above it, right? So here's C, D minor, E minor, F, G7, and A minor. I'll play it one more time. 2, 3, 4. D minor, E minor, and F, G7, A minor. All right, let's switch out to D. D, E minor, F sharp minor, G, A7, B minor. One more time with D. D, E minor, F sharp minor, and G, A7, B minor. All right? Now, let's do F and G. Okay? They're the closest related in this cluster, right? F, G minor, A minor, B flat, C7, D minor. One more time. F, G minor, A minor, B flat, C7, and D minor. All right, so let's bring ourselves up a whole step to a G. G, A minor, B minor, and a C, D7, E minor. Back to G. G, A minor, B minor, and C, and D7, E minor. Okay? Now we're going to take this G, and its closest, as we ascend up the scale, is an A. Okay? G, A minor, B minor, C, D7, E minor. Let's go up to A. A, B minor, and, sorry, C sharp minor, 7, D, E7, F sharp minor. I'm going to show you something else when we're done with this. We're going to do that again. A, B minor, C sharp minor, D, E7, F sharp minor. All right. Now, you notice that if you look at the G and the A, your G, the third of the G is B minor. All right? Now you look at the A, the second of the A, which is a whole step higher, is a B minor. Okay? So there are these commonalities in these chords that you can become familiar with. All right? But we really have to get into some chord theory in order to be able to understand this better. All right, the second point that I wanted to make too, and because you're going to see this also in these other chords, right? We did C and D. We paired those two. Now look at the 3 of the C. It is an E minor. We went up a whole step, and the E minor is the 2 to the D. Yeah. So all we're doing is following it alphabetically. We're just assigning it its proper value. Is it a minor chord that we're playing? Is it a major chord that we're playing? Or in the case of the 5, is it 7th? Okay, a 7th chord. Okay. So all we're doing is just kind of pushing things out. That's all we're doing. Okay. So the same thing happened with the F and the F. The F's 3 is a minor. It's the A minor. For the G, it's the G's 2, still a minor. Still a minor. Okay? So those are the similarities. And some of you who have experience in playing oftentimes will encounter the changing of a pitch. Okay, where what we call a modulation. It will modulate now. It will go from a C to a D. That happens a lot in Hawaiian music. You know, they just have to up it, you know, just to create interest. A lot of times the songs are rather monotonous, so they will inject modulations just to perk up the audience's ear. So you hear things, you keep their interest, okay, instead of losing them. So that's not unusual at all. So you got to get used to and then hearing it. That's a big benefit too. Now I want you to go back to the A. Look at that A chord. The 2 is a B minor. Right? There's your B minor here. The 3rd to the A is a C sharp minor. But because of this particular graphic, it used a C sharp minor 7. But I'm going to show you that the proper C sharp minor is you take the same shape that you have here under your fingers right now. You are barring with your index finger fret 2. You can either bar all of fret 2 with your index finger or the first 3 strings of fret 2. And then take your ring finger and bring that up to fret 4. Okay? Now the C sharp minor is a whole step up from this B minor. Okay? Now I want you to listen. Half a step up from this B minor is a C minor. C minor. Half a step up from the C minor is a C sharp minor. You didn't change anything. You kept this fingering, right? You don't relax the fingering. Just keep the fingering. So you're going to bring your index finger here from fret 2 all the way up to fret 4. That means that your ring finger is going to now be placed on fret 6. So everything shifts, right? I didn't change my fingering. I'm using the same grip, the same form. Okay, all you're doing is relaxing it for just a moment so that you can slide it up to the 4th fret. The ring finger is just simply going to follow what the index finger is doing. It's moving up. Okay? And for some of you who are not used to this chord, yes, it is going to hurt just for a little while. Okay? It's not a chord you want to linger on for sure, because it's hurting my hand right now to do this. Okay? So that's a C sharp minor. So all we did was just move it up from the B minor shape. Oh, I like that, like that split. Okay, and slide up to the 4th fret and make that ring finger go along with your index finger, okay? A good practice for you, ooh, that hurts. A good practice for you to strengthen, you're going to be strengthening this muscle here on the thumb. That's where most of the hurt is, okay? But you want to develop your strength, okay? So go up slowly. Go up half a step. That's a C minor. Half a step up is a C sharp minor. And let's go back down to a C minor. Down to the B minor. Okay? That takes time to develop that strength. But that C sharp minor 7 has a bit of that minor sound, but it's somewhat canceled out because it's been 7th here too. Because you're playing that B, playing a B instead of a C sharp. Okay? So that's practice for you. Using this ukulele cheat sheet. So get to listen to what you're playing. Listen for the notes moving up. The scale notes are moving up and moving down when you go in reverse, when you're playing descending chords, right? You're just playing them up and down, up and down. And then go on to the next key. Listen. You will hear the similarities. All you've done is change pitch. Okay? All right, so any questions? Any questions raised so far? We're good? I don't see any. There are no chat things coming through, so.
It's right there.
Where's that? Who's saying that?
We didn't get that chart, and I think they were referring to the We Are the Champions chart you mentioned.
Oh, okay. This ukulele cheat sheet?
The We Are the Champions.
No, We Are the Champions it was not included in that group. I was just mentioning that other songs in 6/8 time are We Are the Champions and Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Okay, so if you're wanting to learn those songs, that is the beat. So keep a note that you will apply a 6/8 time signature to those particular songs. When you do that, then you're not going to go wrong. Okay, all right. All right, so I thought that to close things out for these sessions, there were some songs that I found that were in the key of G, your latest key to learn, and a few in F, and some other ones in C. Okay, so and Evie's been talking about the campfire songs, so I thought, yeah, let's do a few campfire songs. All right. So you all have the "She'll Be Coming Round the Mountain." Yeah, got that one. Okay. So you notice that it does provide you the time. It's 4/4 time, and when you're strumming, it's 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. However way you're comfortable. I do 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1. Okay, so that's down up 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 down up. Some folks will do down 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 Do what you're comfortable doing, okay? And for this one, I was using just my index finger. I know some folks will do down with the index finger and down with the thumb, or down, up, okay? It just depends on what you're comfortable doing. The more advanced players are going to do that too. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up, up. Not a bad idea to practice that. Down, up, down, 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 up, down. Okay? There's lots of mixing. In the original handouts that I gave you, there were different kinds of strum patterns that you can follow. All right, so Evie, do you want to lead us in this song? Is this a key that you're comfortable with in G? Okay, cool. Yeah, everybody else has to mute, including myself, so we can hear Evie. You do whatever strum you want, because then we're going to be playing along with you on our own. Very good, okay? That's moving pretty fast, but I figure she's on a horse or something. Yeah. I hope she is. or in a wagon. Yeah.
You'll be riding big white horses when she comes.
She'll be. Very good. Yeah, very good. All right, cool. There is a chord in there that you're all not too familiar with, the C sharp diminished. See that? This is really a cool. This is a really cool chord. Okay, so if those of you who know what an A7 is, right? That's this guy right here. A7. Yeah. All you do is tilt your elbow up just a little and get your middle finger onto the first string, first fret. Keeping that index finger intact on the first fret, third string. Okay? Now I want you to notice something. Here's that C sharp diminished. And what's the next chord? What's the very next chord? G, right, okay. So look, you already have 2/3 of G right there formed. All right, so all you got to do is slide up to fret 2 and plant your ring finger onto fret 3 of string 2, okay? So don't miss those opportunities to save your time and effort to move to the next chord. Like I've said before, I'm sorry, say that again?
There's a D7 also.
Yeah, okay. And if you do that, remember I said earlier there's three different D7s. There's the one that's in the book that looks like this. Right? There's this one. Doesn't that look really familiar? Look at that shape. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Then there's the Hawaiian one, where we add our ring finger to the third fret of string 1. But look at how easily I'm going to show you something. G6, C sharp diminished, D7. Yeah, how easy is that? Isn't that cool? And that's just using the same grip, just different frets, different strings. Don't be afraid to experiment, okay? This is all part of your exercises too, just so you can build up flexibility. Flexibility is not just in the fingers, it's in the actual movement of the fingers too, okay? Wasn't that cool? G6, that's a G6. That's a G6. Okay? And slide on down to the C sharp diminished.
That's a really neat progression.
Yeah. And then take your same fingers, right? Bring them up now to fret 2, strings 4 and 2. And then return to your G6. How pretty is that?
Yeah.
Yeah? So now you're grooving. You're really grooving on that kind of a progression. So it sounds jazzy, doesn't it, huh? It sounds really jazzy. So, and that's really quite typical. I'll show you something else. Because here we used fret 2, fret 1, and then we went back to fret 2, right? But what if we took the same process and we went from here, fret 1, up to fret 2 when we played the D7? So it's like a kind of sort of like a D flat 7, but you don't whatever you do, don't play it hard. Play it soft, okay? Like this. How's that? Does that sound fun? G6, C sharp diminished 7. Yeah. You like that? That little bounce is called a passing chord. Passing chord. You hear that a lot in jazz, okay? It adds texture, it adds luster to your playing. So you're actually creating music out of a movement. You're going to go there anyway, right? Your target is that D7. It's your D7. So you make it a little more fun, put a little more bounce in the movement. Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Evie, for she'll be coming around the mountain. Okay.
Remark?
Say that again?
Can I make one remark?
Sure, please.
The song The House of the Rising Sun.
Yes.
I used to play it on the guitar, and now I'm playing it on the keyboard with the percussion.
Okay.
So now I can't wait until I learn the chords on the ukulele so I can sing it again.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Does your keyboards have just percussion so you can play drums accompany? There you go. That's really cool.
It also does chords.
That's wonderful. That's good. Okay. All right. And then I threw in "On and On" by Stephen Bishop. That's a kind of an old song. I know when I first heard it, I absolutely fell in love with it, and I learned everything on Stephen Bishop's album. And it was actually, gosh, I didn't realize how long ago that was. It was when I first moved from Hawaii to San Francisco, where I lived for about 5 years. So, and I didn't travel anywhere without my guitar, which I had to leave back home. I think the day after I arrived, I went to a guitar shop and bought myself a guitar because I couldn't do without an instrument. Okay, so this song, I don't know if we got time to do this one. We may have to reserve this for a little later. But just to give you a feel for this, you notice that it is in 4/4 time, and there are 4 beats for each measure. But unlike a lot of the other songs that we've played, there are 2 chords that are being played in most of the measures. Okay? So what is our count here? The first chord gets beats 1 and 2. The second chord gets beats 3 and 4. So to demonstrate this, here's, let's just do the intro, okay? So it's 1, 2, D minor, 4. F, 2, D minor, 4. F, 2, D minor, 4. F, 2, D minor, 4. Down in Jamaica they got lots of pretty women. Steal your money, then they break your heart. Lonesome Sue, she's in love with old Sam. She takes him from the fire to the frying pan. On and on. Here's the 4 beats. She just keeps on trying. F has 4 beats. And he smiles when he feels like, there's a little difference there, huh? Okay. Let me show you what this one is. D7 augmented, that plus sign means it's augmented. It's adding something, adding a note. And then back to the D7. So it starts on beat 1 on D7, which is held for 2 beats, D7. And I'm playing this D7 here because it's just easier, okay? And I don't know if you noticed this, I went from my F here, because here's my middle finger. And then I just kind of twisted my elbow up and I dropped my ring finger onto fret 2, string 2, to create a D7, the D7. Right, so F to D7. Okay? But it's your choice if you want to do it F to D7. But I would suggest that you not do that. Okay? Just make it easier for yourself. F and pull your elbow up, drop your ring finger onto string 2, fret 2. That's your D7 right there. Okay? You're just using different fingers to make the same shape. You made this shape earlier, right? That was your D7. That was the other one that we played with. Okay? But now you're going to use these 2 fingers to play this particular chord. Same chord, D7. Something you ought to get used to doing as well. To play the same chord using different fingers. Okay? So here's your F. Your F has your middle finger on fret 2, string 4. When you lift up your elbow, your middle finger is going to stay on that same note. But now you're going to drop your ring finger onto fret 2, string 2. Okay? So that's from F, 1, 2, 3, 4, D7, 2. Okay, now it says here on beat 3, you're going to be playing a D7 augmented. But look how complicated that chord is. You see how complicated that chord is? That chord drives me nuts. That's why I refuse to play it. That's my choice, okay? Because all I need to do in order to create that D7 augmented is bring this shape up to the 3rd fret. I will not, okay, I can play, yeah. If I put my finger down here, and I don't want to do that, I'm just simply going to strum strings 4, 3, and 2. When I bring this shape, the D7 shape, up to the 3rd fret. And that's going to give me a substitution of a D7 augmented chord. If I don't play this string 1, I'm good. And then back to D7. So it's D7 2 beats, D7 augmented 1 beat, and then back to D7 on beat 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not changing anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so how does it go? And he smiles when he feels like crying. Feels like crying. Okay, you hear that? All right. So there's my fingers. I got it, Nina. It's good. We're good. Feels like crying. On and on and on and on. Okay? Okay. All right, so that's kind of a tough transition for folks who are not accustomed to playing like this. Okay? But one of my purposes too is to try to convey to you easier ways to play these chords. The sheets oftentimes will give you a standardized version of a chord. When it comes to something like a D7, as I demonstrated, there are multiple ways of playing a D7. So within that framework of finding substitutions, there are other ways of making life easier than that's crazy. Anybody like doing that? That's crazy. Look at that. That's what the D7 augmented looks like. That hurts. That hurts your hand. So don't do it. It's doing the same function, and it's just really a passing chord. Okay? All right. Okay. And then we'll cover this. I'm hoping that we can resume the sessions in a couple of weeks. I need to take a break because I'm actually preparing for my band Solinaire's live stream. We have a live stream concert from ACC on March 11. So I really need to concentrate on what I'm doing. So just a couple of week break will do me wonders. I think my bandmates will certainly appreciate my attention to things. Okay, so it's after 6, folks, and I really appreciate all of the support, all the feedback that you've given. It's just so invaluable. It's just priceless. So hopefully we will be able to take all the things that we've done, all the things that we haven't done yet, but I do expect that you will be looking through the handouts that I sent you and just trying it. Just try it. You know, even if you can't play it, that's fine. That's not a problem. Listen to the songs. Go on YouTube, click on those songs, look at the sheets, follow the music. Follow the music. Because that's all part of learning how to play. You cannot play if you cannot hear. If you are not listening, it's going to be impossible for you to play with any kind of feeling or meaning. You know, these lyrics were written by people who really wanted to share their stories with you, to share their thoughts. So, you know, we do them justice when we listen to the songs and try to play them the way that they were intended to be played or even heard. Okay? So thank you very much, everyone, for your assistance. And
ask you something?
yeah, go ahead, Evie.
I
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
March 3rd. Because I need a two-week break. So, and then we'll resume March 3rd. Okay?
Okay.
And then hopefully you guys can show off how well you have done these other songs, the ones that we haven't had a chance to cover. So I made sure to shore you up with lots of material for your practice. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Carla.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Carla.
it. You're welcome. Thank you. See y'all later. Okay. All right. Very good. They're a really earnest group. They really want to learn.